السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد، أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. رب زدني علما. اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا وأنت تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا. أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا بكم. I welcome you all to the class of دروس اللغة العربية لغير ناطقين بها. And inshallah ta'ala, today we are going to continue reading. We just have a short lessons, inshallah, of lesson 4 and 5. And both of them are talking about ismul fa'il, right? Inshallah, ismul fa'il. So let's just read this and inshallah, maybe begin the new lesson, also lesson number 6. Inshallah, let's see, inshallah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In lesson 4, in this lesson, we learn the following: the ismul fa'il. In English, one who reads is called a reader. So ismul fa'il is active participle in English. It's called the one who's doing the action, and the active participle. Like reads is called a reader, and the one who writes is called a writer. In Arabic, a noun on the pattern of fa'ilun is derived from the verb to denote the one who does the action. Right? Kataba becomes katibun. He wrote. Kataba, he wrote. Katibun, writer. Saraka, he stole. Sariqun, thief. Abada, he worshipped. Abidun, worshipper. Khalaqa, he created. Khaliqun, creator. Hmm. In the Quran, Inna Allah faliqul habbi wan nawa. Allah says, Inna Allah, Allah is the faliq, is the splitter. Falaqa is the splitter. Hab, grains, and nawa are the fruit kernels. That is, makes them sprout. Hab, grains and fruit kernels, so fruit seeds. Allah is the one who splits them and makes the crop sprout. Then we have the ismul maf'ul. This is passive participle in English. This is a noun on the pattern of maf'ulun. Maf'ulun, derived from the verb to denote the one who suffers the action. Example, one who gets the action. Qatala, he killed. Maqtulun, one who has been killed. Khalaqa, he created. Makhluqun, he who has been created, right? That which has been created. Sarra, he pleased. Oh, he was pleased. Masrurun, he who is pleased. Kasara, he broke. Maksurun, that which is broken. Maksurun, that which is broken. The Prophet ﷺ says, لا طاعة لمخلوق في معصية الخالق. لا طاعة لمخلوق في معصية الخالق. No creature has to be obeyed if it involves disobedience of the Creator. لا طاعة لمخلوق في معصية الخالق. Third one, ما أنا بغافل عما تعملوا. I'm not unmindful of what you're doing. Here, next point we're learning is of Ma al Hijaziya. This Ma is called Ma al Hijaziya and acts like Laysa. So, Ma ana bighafilin, I'm not unmindful of what you're doing. It is used in a nominal sentence. And so, this is another type of Ma which we learned, right? After introduction, the khabar is rendered mansub. The khabar may be also taken extra ba, rendering it majrur. So, like Laysa, we can add an extra ba also. So, I can say, Lastu bi mudarrisin, I'm not a teacher. I can say ma ana bi mudarrisin. Or I can remove the ba or the b and say lastu mudarrisan or ma ana mudarrisan. So al baytu jadidun, mal baytu jadidan or mal baytu bi jadidin. So instead of saying lays al baytu jadidan, the other tribes use as uh, mal baytu. Bit jadidan. So this is not what is that new house. No, this means the house is not new. How do you know? That's why they gave it mansub, right? They make it mansub. This is what tells you that this is ma hijaziya, ma yushabbihul laysa, ma which copies laysa. Or just as we say laysa al baytu jadidan or laysa al baytu bi jadidin, right? This is how we say. Ay, naam. We have in the Quran, Ma hada basharan. This is not a human being. This Ma is Ma al Hijaziya. Hijaziya because the people of Hijaz used to use it. The Hijaz means the Makkah, Madina, and so on. Here the khabar is mansub. We also have examples of khabar having a ba. Like وَمَا اللَّهُ بِغَافِلٍ عَمَّا تَعْمَلُونَ. Allah is not unmindful of what you're doing. Ghafil means to be unmindful. وَمَا اللَّهُ بِغَافِلٍ عَمَّا تَعْمَلُونَ. Vocabulary: mankibun, manakibu, shoulder. Yatimun, aitamun, yatama, orphan. Mu'jamun, ma'ajimu, dictionary. Quflun, aqfal, lock. Ghafilun, unmindful. Fatihun, conqueror. Jazaun, recompense. Jamrun, life coal. Samaha lahu bikada yasmahu, to permit. Samaha yasmahu, to allow. This is not samia yasmahu. It is samaha yasmahu, to allow. Kafala yakfulu, to support, provide for. Sigatun, siyagun. Right? Sigatun, siyagun is to form a word. Salaka yasluku, boiling water. Salaka is to cook in boiling water. That is to boil something. Salaka. Zamanun, period of time. Bara, to create. Natijatun, result. Shahida, to bear witness. Nasikhun, nusakh is a typist. Nahara, to chide, rebuff, reproach. Nahara is to reproach someone. Majusiyun, Majus, Zoroastrian. Mm. Reproach is to criticize someone. Falaka, to split, cleave. Jihatun, jihad, direction, side, part, section, direction, quarter. Qama bil amr, to carry out, perform. Gharibun, ghuraba, stranger. Qabada ala shay, to catch hold of. Naqala, to remove. Naqala yanqulu, to remove, move away. Farraja bainahuma, to separate, keep apart. Farraja is to tafrij. Kasaba yaksibu, to earn. Istaqqa istiqqaqan, to derive a word from another. Ashara yushiru, to point. Form 4, that is. Ishtara yashri, to buy. Saga, to form a word. Fi asna'i kada, during. Masma'asiya, disobedience. Nawatun, nawan, fruit, kernel, footstone. Jayidun, good. Dafana yadfinu, to bury. Al-Andalus, Spain. Jahila, to be ignorant. Sariqatun, theft. Kariha, to hate. Abara yabu, to cross rivers. Asifa, to be sorry. Farra, to escape. Rasaba yarsubu, to fail. Dalla, to indicate. Waqa yaqaw, to fall. Aqala, to understand. Aqla yaqilu, ta'at and obedience. Dhanna, dhannun, on conjecture. Shariun, monthly. Last lesson, alhamdulillah, lesson number 5. Same ismul file, but for Madi and so on. Right. We have learnt that the formation of the passive voice, am I record? Yeah. Of the passive voice from the Salim word. Now we learn this passive from the Ajwa verb. Hmm? So qala will become qila. Qala becomes qila. So Madi, this is passive, right? So instead of fu'ila, it became like this qila. Ba'a bi'a, zada zida. So this is the passive form. So the alif will be changed into a ya for all the ajwafs. And yaqulu will become yuqalu. He says, it is said. Yabi'u yuba'u. Yazidu yuzadu. He gives more examples. يقال إن هذه الأرض بيعت بمليون ريال بمليون ريال. It is said that this land was sold for 1 million reals. هنا تباع الصحف والمجلات. Here newspapers and magazines are sold. تباع الصحف والمجلات. So تباع. So it became باع يبيع. يبيع became يباع, and then يباع's conjugation. يباع يباعان يباعون. تباع مؤنث, right? Because صحف is غير عقل plural. Then muda'af, we have learned in the previous lesson ismul file from Salim. Now we learn ismul file from non-Salim. That is the muda'af. Hajja yahujju hajjun, pilgrim, for hajijun. Right? We learned this when we are doing the lesson. The kasra is dropped, so it becomes hajjun. Qala yaqulu qailun. So it becomes into a hamza for ajwa wawi. Instead of qavilun with a waw fa'ilun, it become qailun. Right? Naam. Zada yazidu zaidun. Yai also the same. Instead of waw only, it will become a ya. I mean, the ya will change into a hamza. Zaid. Naja yanju. Here it will little different. Najin. Najin. Naja yanju will become najin. So an naji. Manqus is formed by this. Yeah, najin. And saqa yasri saqin. To the one who cup bearer. Instead of najiyun or saqiyun and so on. This is for naqis. So this is little different, yeah. Muda'af, ajwaf, wawi, ajwaf, ya'i, naqis, wawi, naqis, ya'i. And then the ismul maf'ul also muda'af will be made, sarra will become masrur. Adda, ma'dud, sabba, masboob. The letters will be open up. So it's regular. Allah, mahlul. And then qala yaqulu, maqul. It was actually maqwulun. Lama yalumu, to blame, malum, blameworthy. So instead of malvumun, it just shifted the lam and dropped the waw. Zada yazidu, mazyid, mazyud became mazidun. Makala yakilu, to measure, makilun. Zada is more. This is all about ajwa, just word formation. No? Uh, da'a yad'u, naqis wawi, mad'uwun. This is a little different. Again, mad'uwun, invited. It is regular. It is written with one waw bearing a shadda. If it is written like mad'uwun, you can see the two waws. The first is waw for maf'ul and the second is the third radical. Maf'ul pattern. But there, tala yatlu, matluwun, recited. Naqis ya'i also bana yabni, mabniyun. It was actually mabniyun. And shawayashvi, to grill, mashfiyun. It was actually mashfuyun. These are all, non-salim verbs. A little difficult to memorize all of them because you have to uh, think about how it's changing and so on. But better to know how it was formed and so on. I rather usually, just remember talayatlu, the maful is matlu. That's it, matluun. Da'idu, mad'uun. Like vocabs. And just we get used to it. Mazid, malum, and maqul. We just and very rare we use it. Anyways, it won't come repeated in these books, anyways. So not an issue because book three is not like book one and book two. In book one, you learn something and then it gets repeated for other lessons. All right. In book two also, you learn fail madi. It keeps repeating till the end of the book or till because they were the fundamentals. But here we are learning extra rules and they won't repeat for the following lessons. Right. So that's why it's difficult because every time you're learning a new rule. Hmm, he might bring one or two words of these in the next few lessons, but later on we'll forget about these rules. Whatever we learned now, we'll forget after doing 5 lessons of the next 5 lessons. So don't worry about forgetting because there's so much to do. Markazun, marakizu. It's everything is new in each lesson. He just brings all the grammar. Every lesson is new, right? So there won't be much repetition from the previous lessons like we had in book one and book two. Markaz Shu'un Dawa and Center for Dawa Affairs, Mahadun Institute, Mahid Institutes, Manhaj Manahij syllabus, Bitaqat Kad, Tarhal, travel, Majan free, Silatun. Even the vocabs won't repeat. Every lesson he'll have almost new vocabs. Ila liqa, until we meet. Asilatul Mabiya. These words will not come again. So all good. So even if you forget, doesn't matter. Hasal alayhi shay'i husulan, to obtain. مؤتمر conference غير الناطقين بالعربية, non-native speakers of Arabic. سر أسرار, secret. ما لا يميل, to lean. sana يسون, to protect. نجا ينجو, to escape. لا يلوم, to reproach, blame. شفا يشفي, to cure, heal. انتهز الفرصة, to take the opportunity. تراوح يتراوح, to fluctuate. مرحبا, spacious. سلم عليه, to greet with. أذن يؤذن, to call to prayer. زنا, to have illicit sex, illicit. Once kitten king, أهل أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا, welcome. Zairun, visitor. Fursatun, opportunity for us. Nuskhatun, copy. Nusakhun, copies. Muhadirun, muhadirun, a lecturer. Shira'un, purchase. Mazad, auction. Sha'nun, shu'un, matter, affair. Aslun, original form. الناطقون بالعربية, native speakers of Arabic. ضل يضل, to go astray. أجوف, hollow. عفا عنه يعفو, to forgive. هدية, present, gift. رجا يرجو, to hope. صاحبتك السلامة في الحل والترحال. This is a dua. May safety be your companion while you stay and while you travel. Sahiba, to accompany. Sala yasilu, to flow. Shakka, to suspect, doubt. Istadana, istazir, to ask permission. Ightanam al fursa, to take opportunity. Sahalun, soft level. Gaw tala alayhi yattali'u, to acquaint oneself, get information. Muddatun, mudad, period of time, duration. Taraq al bab, to knock at the door. Tarqun, knock. Saqaisri, to give someone to drink. Saqin, kabira. Baidatun, egg. Shabun, youth, young man. Naam. Alhamdulillah. And in this lesson number 6, which we are going to learn today, we'll learn ismul makan was zaman. They are usually mafal or maf'il. I will learn, inshallah, if the verb is naqis or non-naqis as fatha, dhamma, and so on. Short lesson this is, but we get used to it. Samais fi samais nahya. Okay, let's begin the lesson, inshallah. Lesson number 6. So we'll just do the lesson maybe, and this is book 7 right now because we finished the first. This is the last colorful book, by the way. I don't have book 8. It's available on Amazon, but only the hard copy. We should purchase all the books of that too. So it's like 3,000 4,000 rupees, or 2,000, 3,000 something. And then I have to scan it again. So book 8 is available, but not. I have to scan it again, and so I thought I'd buy, but I didn't because we have the ultimate Arabic. We'll do through those. Inshallah. But if anyone can buy those books and then scan, that's a lot of work. But still, we'll get the book 8 also. Yeah, but it's like a lot of work because you have to scan properly also. Yeah, you bought this one. The book 8 is not available separately. You have to buy the whole set on Amazon from what I can find. Yeah. And the PDF, nobody scanned it till now. So we have to go back to the other book, Ultimate Arabic. Now, let's begin. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, lesson number 6, not 1. Ad-Darsu Sadis, not awal. Al-Mushrifu. Mm. So we learned Mushrif was who? Ashrafa Yushrifu, uh, the inspector. I forgot who was the Mushrif, the one who presents or something. I I forgot the translation in English. Supervisor. Mushrif is a supervisor. بعد التحية, after saying salam, tahiyya is the salam, right? Tahiyya is greeting. Tahiyya is greeting. After greeting, the supervisor says, أأنتم المشتركون في رحلة الحج? Are you mustarikun is form 8. And what is form 8? We'll learn inshallah in the future. But as of now, form 8 is just ifta'ala. Right? So there's fa'ala, fa'ala. So what you'll do is you'll bring a hamza and then the fa kalima and then ta again. So you add two letters in form 8. Ifta'ala. So there was a sharika or sharaka, whatever it was, three letters, I don't know. It became what? You brought alif hamza, that is hamza, and then sheen, and then ta. Ta is added, and then ra kaf, istaraka. So the form is ifta'ala, ifta'ala, form 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bab ifta'al also you can call this. Like ijtihad, bab ijtihad. Ifta'ala, yafta'ilu. The mudare is on a fixed pattern. So any form, it's always this, yafta'ilu. That's it. Ifta'ala, yafta'ilu. And the master is also one pattern. That's it. Ifta'al. I'm just giving whenever it comes, inshallah, we'll learn in lesson number 24, I think, 23, 24. Inshallah, we'll learn about this. A whole lesson is there for form 8. Ifta'ala, yafta'ilu. So, this is form 8. Can you give another example? There's jahada, right? Jahada. Jahada is to strive or struggle. Same thing. Meaning does not necessarily change. And then you add a alif, and then jim will remain same. You'll add a ta, and then dal, hadal. That's it. Ijtahada. Ijtahada. Mudare should have been yajhadu, right? Yajhadu. So instead of yajhadu, you bring the yajtahidu. You bring the ta again. The hamza will drop anyways in mudare, right? Iftala yafta'ilu. Yajtahidu. Ijtihad is to struggle. And then we make ismul fa'il also. Yajtahidu will drop the ya and put a mu. Mujtahid. We learned in book one. Hamidun mujtahidun. Hamid is hardworking. Yeah. Right. So wasadiquhu kaslanu and his friend is lazy. So this mujtahid, hardworking. Okay. Same thing. So you add two letters. Anything else? Um, Iftala. I'm not remembering as now. Ishtaraka is also like that. Ishtaraka is to participate. So ismul fa'il from that is mushtarik. 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 I'm just giving you hints. Don't worry about it because whenever they'll come, they'll come. So that time you'll know already all of them by then, inshallah. So because we'll be repeating it again and again and again because these forms are important. Mushtarik. Mushtarik. Ishtaraka yashtariku, ishtirak, and then mushtarik is the small file. Una is plural. So are you participants? Mushtarikuna is participants. Fi rihlatil hajj. Rihla is a trip of hajj. So are you the participants in the trip of hajj? So this supervisor is coming. These guys are going for hajj or something. Right? So he's coming and antumul mustarikuna fi rihlatil hajj. He's taking down the names or something. Ahmadu says, Naam, yes. Yes, Ahmad. Ya'udduhum. So he starts counting him. Adda, adda, ya'uddu, to count. Adda ya'uddu, to count. This is like hajja yahujju muda'af. Ya'udduhum. He counts them. Wa yunadihim. Nada yunadi. Nada yunadi. This is to call. This is to call. Nada yunadi. Hmm? This is form 3 actually. How do you know it's form 3? It was nada or nada or nida. I think nada. Nada yandu or something. I don't know the three-letter verb because not all the time the three letters are used, but something like this. What you do this is form 3. Very easy. You just add a alif khalas. Like jahada again, same verb, right? Jahada or jahida, whatever it is. You'll add an alif jahada. Jahada is also to strive and struggle. Jahada. Add an alif. Fa'ala. So nada. And this is because there are four letters. See? One, two, one, two, three, four. Four letters. So anytime you see a four-letter verb, the mudare will be with dhamma. You. It's not passive. It's just the way it is. So form 2, form 3, form 4 will have four letters. And the mudare is with yunadi. And the one who calls is called munadi. Anyways, ismul file. So ya'udduhum, he counts them. Wa yunadi him. And we know because yunadi, this is a ya, and this was actually hum. And because ya came and this became a kasra, right? Just for reading purpose, phonetic reasons. Yunadim, like fi baitihi. Instead of fi baitihu, it becomes fi. Wa yunadihim. Fi baitihi. Thumma yaqul. So he counts them and he calls him. Calls in the sense roll call them. Because it doesn't literally call them. He takes attendance. Thumma yaqul. Antumul ana. You all are now. Thamaniyata ashra. Ya'uddu once again. Oh, Yaudu is like Hajja Yahujju. It was actually Adada, right? And so we'll do mix up the ya, the idgham of dal, and it become Yaudu, like Hajja Yahujju. Same thing, huh? Muda'af, Yaudu. So we'll do the conjugation, same thing. Yaudu, Yaudani, Yauduna, Ta'udu, Ta'udani. Only in it'll open up in what? Yaududna, Ta'adudna. In those, um, Yauduhum. Antumul ana thamaniyata ashra. You all are now 18. Thamaniyata ashra, numbers, yeah. And remember, 11 to 19 numbers are mansub all the time. Aina Hamidun? Where is Hamid? Wa Abdul Baqi. And Abdul Baqi. It's the name Abdul Baqi, Allah's name. Huh? Al-Baqi, the one who remains. See, baqa yabqi, because it is naqis, ismul fa'il becomes baqin. And if you bring alif lam, the ya comes back, al-Baqi. So he's just using this name so that he can teach us the ismul fa'il again of naqis, yai, Abdul Baqi. Where's Hamid and Abdul Baqi? There should be 20 of you, like we're only 18 here. Al-Bara says, Hamidun fil mat'am. Hamid is in the restaurant. Hmm? It should be Amma, I think. Amma Abdul Baqi, because Amma means negative. Amma, this should be a tajdeed here. As for, Amma means as for. As for Abdul Baqi, and whenever Amma comes, this is Amma by the way, it's not Amma. Amma Abdul Baqi, anyway, anytime Amma comes, you should have a fa in the response. As for Abdul Baqi, it's like a comma. فقد ذهب إلى المصرف. He has indeed gone to the Masrif. Hmm. فقد ذهب, this qad means indeed, but you could also say he just went to the Masrif is what? Bank. Just went. So qad can give a meaning of tahqiq, that is giving stress, like inna, right? Two verbs. But it also can mean near past. He just went to the Masrif. Because past could be long past, like 20 years, 30 years ago. We use kana for that generally. He used to do this. We use kana long past, yeah, distant past. This is like close past, near past. He just went to the Masrif's bank. Sayatiyani. So ata yati, it became yati, yatiyani, dual, right? And then we added a scene. Sayatiyani, they will come بعد 10 دقائق إن شاء الله. After 10 minutes إن شاء الله. دقيقة become دقائق. غير منصرف है. How do you know it's غير منصرف? See, alif came 2 letters, that's it. It's غير منصرف. After alif of jama, this is called alif of plural. If you see 2 letters, it's غير منصرف. If you see 3, then the middle one should be sakin. It's a sukun, inshallah. They will come after 10 minutes, inshallah. Musharrif says, أَمُسْتَعِدُّونَ أَنْتُمْ. Are you all ready? So the verb is form 10 with muda'af again. Ista'adda, yasta'iddu, ista'adda, yasta'iddu. And then to get ready. So you'll become musta'id, form 10, and with muda'af also. So dal is repeated here. Form 10, how do you know? You see alif, sin, ta. That's it. Very easy to identify. This is the most easiest of all the verbs. Istaghfara, yastaghfiru, ista'adda. Musta'id is just remove the ya and are you all ready? Musta'iduna antum. Are you all ready to go for Hajj? Insha'Allah. Insha'Allah, we are ready. Aliyun says, Mata safaru, insha'Allah. When is the travel, inshallah? So these guys are going from Madina University to Hajj. So they get these packages, easy packages, and many of them sponsor for these students. Right. So from Madina University, they can go to Mina and then for 5 days, 6 days, or whatever. And then they'll come back to Madina. Mata safaru inshallah. When is the travel inshallah? When are we traveling? في الساعة الثالثة بإذن الله. At 3 o'clock inshallah. بإذن الله. Idn means permission. By the permission of Allah. Idn. Adina ya'dhanu is the verb. And the masdar is iznun. Adina, like adintuhu, I gave him permission. Adintani, you gave me permission. So, idn. Please write it. Adina. Adina ya'dhanu. Adina ya'dhanu. Iznun is the masdar. The ismul maf'ul is used. Adin is also the one who gives permission, but mazun, the one who got the permission. Ana mazunun. I got permission, that means. Adin is not the one who gives the permission, but mazun is used a lot. Ana mazun. I got permission. I'm exempted, kind of, huh? Bi'idhnillah. With the permission of Allah. So they have a bus at 3 o'clock. Hmm? So maybe they are going on 7th of Zilhijjah because 8th. So 3 o'clock on 7th they'll go and at night they'll spend in Mina. Aina naltaqi. Where shall we meet? There's laqiya, yalqa. Laqiya, yalqa is to throw, uh, is to meet actually. Huh? Laqiya is to meet. Laqiya, yalqa is to meet. Yalqa. Like laqituhu, I met him. This is from one, the mujarrad sulasi, the original sulasi verb, three-letter verb. And then alqa is from four, alqa yulqi. This is to throw something. I don't know why the meaning changed, but alqa yulqi is to throw, ilqa, throwing. And then same meaning as meeting is from it. So you bring a hamza, you put the lam, you put a ta, and then iltaqa yaltaqi, to meet. This is from it. So yaltaqi will become what? Naltaqi. Where shall we meet? Masdar is iltiqaun, but naltaqi. You didn't get this. So there's a three-letter verb, lam of ya, laqiya, and then there's yalqa, which is used, okay? To meet. Same thing. Like laqituhu. mm, Sa'alqani ka gadan inshallah. I will meet you tomorrow, inshallah. Laqiya yalqa. So how do you make it form it? You bring a hamza, right? Obviously for format, and then you bring the lam, the fa kalima, you bring the ta, and you bring the qaf. Now qaf has a fatha, so this will become iltaqa, and then yaltaqi. Mm. Because qaf has a kasra here, it will change into a ya. Is to meet. So yaltaqi will become naltaqi. When shall we meet, or where shall we meet? Okay. Don't worry if you don't understand, because we have a whole lesson for this. He started using all these verbs, so I'm explaining. He shouldn't have used, but he cannot make sentences now. It's not book two that he can go. He can easily make sentences without using the future things, right? He had to use it because he cannot say make place sentences now without using these. Aina nalqa also he could have used. Aina nalqa, but he used the eighth one because he wants to get us. So that is why book three is a book. This is Hamzatul Wasl. Yes, all the Mazid fihi have Hamzatul Wasl except Form 4. So Form 2 doesn't have anyways. Form 3 anyways doesn't have. Form 4 has Hamzatul Qata, not Hamzatul Wasl. Form 5, Form 6 are in between. Form 7 has Hamzatul Wasl. Form 8 has Hamzatul Wasl. Form 9, Form 10. All these are Hamzatul Wasl. Yes, Bab Aslama doesn't have. From 7, 8, 9, 10, all of them have infa'ala, ifta'ala, if'alla, istaf'ala. Hamzatul wasl. Okay, inshallah. نلتقي, we shall meet or we will meet في موقف السيارات بالجامعة. ها؟ موقف السيارات بالجامعة. موقف, وقف is the verb. So generally, how do you make ismu makan wa zaman? What is ismu makan wa zaman? The noun for place and meeting. Okay. In English, do we have such things? Uh, Stopping place. We just use place with it. Eating place. But there are other words for that. We don't say. But in Arabic, the verb itself gives you the place also. Like mat'am from ta'ama, yat'amu, or ta'ima, yat'amu, mat'am. So the pattern is generally maf'al pattern or maf'il. Maf'il. Maf'al or maf'il. Okay. Makan or zaman. It could either tell time or place also. That depends on the context and so on. So waqafa is to stop or stand. Yaqifu. So you make it what? Mawqif. The stopping place or standing place, whatever. So mawqif is sayyarat, the car standing place. That is a car park bil jamia of the university. So we'll meet in car parking area. Mawqif means car standing area, literally, but we know it is car parking area. Bil Jamia of the university or in the university. Bil, but B could mean in the university. يجب أن تكون هناك قبل موعد السفر بنصف ساعة. It is mandatory. وجب يجب. وجب يجب. It is mandatory that you be there قبل, before. It's not ismul maful, ismu makan. It's not an object, no. It's just giving you the place. Ismu makan. Okay. We'll learn inshallah. هناك قبل موعد السفر بنصف ساعة. وجب يجب. It is mandatory. What is the pattern you say? Maf'al and maf'il. Not maf'ul. Same as maf'ul but without the vowels. Maf'al with a fatha. And there are rules when it is used for which one. Like generally bab kasara and so on will be maf'il pattern. And the bab nasara and fatha or something like that will be fatha. We'll learn inshallah about these rules. Because waqafa yaqifu is a bab daraba. So that's why it has a kasra. Similarly here, it is mandatory that you be there before Maw'id is Safar. Maw'id is the appointed time. So wa'ada is to make a promise. Misal again, wa'ada ya'idu. So Maw'id is the place or the time of promise. Maw'id. Why is this kasra? Maw'id mafil pattern. Why? Because this is ya'idu. Bab daraba. This is so. It's easier to make it like this. Maw'id. Maw'id. Appointed time. أي نعم موعد السفر بنصف ساعة. So you should be there before the appointed time of the travel by half an hour. بنصف ساعة, by half an hour. هاتوا حقائبكم. هاتوا, we learned hate, right? Give or bring. So give. Hata, it's hati, hatu, hati, hatina. Hatu is used for masculine plural. Hatu haqaibakum. Haqibatun, the plural is haqaib. Give your bags. Because he wants to go, right? So they'll take the bags before luggage itself and they'll put it in behind the bus and so on. Wada'uha, or bring your bags, it could mean here. Because if he says give your bags and put it, doesn't mean give. So this is bring your bags and put it. Wada'a yada'u. So this is not the verb. This is not the fa kalima. Wada'a. Because you can think that, and they put it in the car, right? You could understand it. But this wow is and this is the verb da'u, da is put, da'u, and put it his sayyara, in the car, al-waqifati, which is standing in the amama madkhalil mahja, which is standing. Waqifa is standing, right? Ismul fa'il waqif, waqafa yaqifu waqif, amama, in front of, madkhal, dakhala yadkhulu, dakhala yadkhulu. Now if we want to make ismu makan, you have to make it madkhal. Because why? This is, you cannot give a kasra here because dakhala yadkhulu. You cannot say madkhul now. It would sound weird. So they gave it a fatha. Madkhal means entry, entry place, entrance. So in front of the entrance, madkhal is entrance of the hostel, the makan, right? Madkhal. So dakhala yadkhulu, madkhal, ismu makan, the noun of place. Mahja is hostel. So in front of the entrance of the hostel. So put it behind the car which is standing in front of the hostel. In front of the entrance of the hostel. Naif says, Naifun. Naif is a name. لما يأتي زملاؤنا الساكنون في المهجع الثاني. لما. Lam means not, but lamma means not yet. Yati. And lamma will also make it majzoom, right? Yati, the ya is dropped. Lamma yati zumalauna. So you can translate zumalau first. Our classmates did not yet come. As-sakinuna, mm, uh, the resident. So you can translate sakinun also first, maybe. You can translate those who, sakinuna, fi fi mahja'il asani, because those who is not written allazina hum sakinuna fil mahja' is understood because of this al. So sometimes al can also be used as alif lam, allazi. He doesn't teach this in this book. Okay. Because how do you translate this then? And our classmates did not come, comma, the one who was staying in the second hostel, right? So how did you get the one who? Because of this alif lam. I mean, it's just understood. Alif lam can be used as allazi also many times, and just understood from the context. Sakana yaskunu, the ismul file again, as-sakin, sakin, the one who are living, who was staying in the eighth, Sani is second hostel. Al-Mushrifu, the supervisor says, Ulaika sayalhaquna bina inda mahattatil qitaril qadima. Ulaika, those people whom you're talking about, the second hostel people, lahiqa yalhaqu, to meet again. So many verbs for meeting, eh? Lahiqa yalhaqu. So what did we learn just now? Laqiya, yalqa, to meet. And also iltaqa, yaltaqi. All these are meeting, meeting, meeting. Lahiqa yalhaqu bab samia. Lahiqa yalhaqu. So yalhaqu, yalhaquna, and then seen is added to it. Sayalhaquna. Lahiqa yalhaqu, to meet. They will meet bina, means with us. Be here means with. They will meet with us in the at the which place? Mahattatil qitar, at the station of qitar, train station. This is also hatta yahuttu mahatta, maf'al pattern, but this is just, it gets, sometimes it gets a ta also, the place. Qitar al qadimat, old train station. Mahatta is station. Hatta yahtu is to stop. I think, yeah, to stand or stop. Mahatta. I think. Allahu alam. Come home. How many are there? Hmm? They will meet us again. Sayalhaquna. I mean, laqiya ilqa. Sayalqawna. They will meet us. Bina. Or iltaqa yaltaqi. Yaltaqi yaltaquna. They will meet us. Come home. How many are there? Hum ashara. There are 10. There are 10. There are 10 guys who will meet us from the second hostel. Amrun says, نحن ذاهبون في اليوم السابع. We are going in the seventh day, but on the seventh day, because in means on here, on the seventh day. So they are going on 7th of Zilhijjah, because from 8th Hajj will start, right? So there he's like worried. Oh, we are going on 7th day. Akhsha, khashya yakhsha, naqis, bab nasiya yansa, bab samia. Khashya yakhsha. So aksha, I fear an yakuna, or an yakuna az-ziham. Ziham is crowd. An yakuna ziham. He fears that the crowd will be shadidan. Yakuna's khabar, this is will be. Will be's meaning is coming from yakuna. Zihamu shadidan. This is the khabar, like kana's khabar, right? So yakunu also ismu yakunu and khabar yakunu. Mansub, present form of kana. I fear that the crowd will be a shadid, severe. There'll be severe crowd. I mean, you're taking us at the peak time. Huh? Fil matafi wal mas'a. In the mataf, mataf is the tafa yatufu is the verb, right? Like qala yaqulu. So how do you make it ismu makan, madkhal or maf'al pattern, right? But here you don't have anything. Should we put a wow? So what they did was they left alif like that. So it became mataf. 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 Tafa yatufu maf'al mataf. Because they left the alif like that. Because actually it's a wow, but you have to make it matwafu, and then you change it to an alif. Mataf, the place you do tawaf, right? And mas'a, sa'a, yas'a. This is sa'a is to strive. So mas'a is the place of doing sa'i. Sa'i is striving, but here it means the sa'i which we do. The safa wa marwa. Mas'a. So maf'al pattern, you'll just leave it like that. So naqis also, remember, the ismul makan will be made on pattern of maf'al pattern. Because we look at the mudare at the end of the day. If the mudare has a kasra, we give it a kasra. If the mudari's ain kalima has a fatha or a dhamma, we'll give it a fatha. There are some exceptions, of course, like gharaba yaghrubu, yaghrubu. Here the exception is it should have been maghrab, right? Obviously, maghrab. But people, they don't say maghrab. They say what? What do they say? The place of the sun setting. Instead of maghrab, maghrib, with a kasra. Maghrib. Maghrib means two things: the place of the sun setting, that is the west, maghrib, mashriq wa maghrib, and also it means the time, the salatul maghrib, the time of sun setting. Because the same word can be used for ismu zaman and ismu makan. Right? Naam? Sahih. La takhaf, don't fear. Allahul muyassir. Allah is the one who will make it easy. Allahul muyassir. So this verb is form 2, right? Form 2, bab tafa'il. So yassara. It was yasura, I think, the three-letter verb. Whatever it was, you double the ain kalima. Yassara. Yassara. Fa'ala. Like kasara means to break. Kassara is to break it into pieces. Right? Yassara. So yassara is to make something easy. Yassara. The mudare is you, because it's a four-letter verb, right? Ya, sin, sin, ra. You yassiru. Yufa'ilu pattern. Fa'ala yufa'ilu. And the masdar is taysir, easy. So yuyassiru, right? Yuyassiru, wow. Yuyassiru. And then the ismu file is what? Just change the u into a mu. Muyassir, the one who makes things easy. Muyassir. So Allah, wallah, Allahul muyassir. We'll learn all these things in lesson 16 or 15, 16, yeah. Inshallah. 16 or 17. Allahul muyassir. Allah is the one who will make things easy. Ana dhahibun ila maktabi. I'm going to my office. Maktab means desk, but it also means office, yeah, like in Urdu. I'm going to my office. La tansaw. Nasiya yansa. La tansa. How do you make it plural? Plural. La tansaw. Don't forget. La tansa. La tansaw. Don't, all of you, don't forget. Anna maw'idana. That our appointed time is. See again, maw'id. Wa'ada ya'idu maw'id. That our time is as-sa'atu thaniyatu wan nisfu. Our time is 2 o'clock and 30. So half, 2:30. Because the buses or car is leaving at 3 o'clock. في موقف السيارات inshallah, in the car parks or cars parking area, inshallah. Amr says سنكون هناك في الموعد بإذن الله. We will be there. سنكون, we will. هناك, there. So we will be there. Yakunu, nakunu. So yakunu means he is or he will be. Because of seen, nakunu means we will, because of seen, sanakunu. Nakunu means we are. Sanakunu, we will be. Bees are just added. Huh? We will there. We will be there. Fil ma'widi, in the appointed time, inshallah, or at the appointed time, inshallah, biznillah, uh, with the permission of Allah. Ajib Anil Asilatul Hatiya, answer the following questions. Let's open up the answers. Yeah. Vocabs, we don't need vocabs as of now. ما عدد المشتركين في, just we'll do the questions and then we'll start this from next class, yeah? Like as usual. ما عدد المشتركين في رحلة الحج? 18. He says ثلاثون. عددهم ثلاثون طالبا. Because he's counting the 10 also. So 18 plus 2 who are absent, Abdul Baqi and Hamid or whatever. Can you tell me about Maw'id? This is the verb. Wa'ada ya'idu, to promise. Wa'adtuka shay'an, I promised you something. Wa'adtu. Wa'ada ya'idu. So how do you make it the ismu makan maf'il pattern, because it has a kasra? So you'll take the meme, you'll take the waw, of course, and the ain, and then dal. Ain will get a kasra. Maw'id. Inshallah, we'll learn. Anyways, this is just is how do you make, I mean, how you make the ismul makan and ismul zaman. So he said 30 of them, right? Aina dhahaba Hamidun wa Abdul Baqi. Where did Hamid and Abdul Baqi go? Dhahaba Hamidun. Hamid went to Matam, I think. Hamidun fil Matami. Hamid is in the Matam. Amma Abdul Baqi. As for Abdul Baqi, faqad dhahaba ila al-Masrif. He had just gone to the bank because he needs money for doing Hajj, for expenses and so on. Mata maw'idu safari. When is the appointed time of the travel? موعد السفر في الساعة الثالثة بإذن الله. The travel time is in at 3 o'clock inshallah بإذن الله. أين يلتقي الطلاب وفي أي ساعة? Where will the students meet? التقى يلتقي, to meet, from 8, right? We talked about this. وفي أي ساعة, and in which hour? يلتقي الطلاب, the students will meet في موقف السيارات, in the car park بالجامعة قبل موعد السفر بنصف ساعة, before the appointed time by half an hour, that is 2:30, in the car park at 2:30. أين يلحق بهم الطلاب المهجع الثاني? لحق يلقوا, to meet, or join also you can say, huh? Join. لحق also means to join. So where will the students join, or yeah, join, yeah, لحق is joining. Let me search, meeting or joining, catch up. Catch up, he says. Where will the second hostel students catch up? Join. Okay. It's not meeting, it's joining, maybe most correct. Where will they join or catch up? They will join somewhere. سيلحقون بهم عند محطة القطار القديمة. And they will join at the old railway station, or they'll catch up in the old railway station. Before we leave, I just want to show the lahiqa verb and that verb in the Quran, that we can just get an idea. Let me share the screen. So we need to go where, mm, the Quran dictionary, and then choose lam, and then choose lam hain ha qaf. So lam ha fa laha. Yeah, it has come. Form one has come. Join. Yeah, lahiqa is to join. ويستبشرون بالذين لم يلحقوا بهم من خلفهم. Yeah, joined. وآخرين منهم لما يلحقوا بهم. Join. And then form four is there. الحق يلحق باب أسلم. توفني مسلم والحقني, and join me. Yeah, so I said wrong. Is to meet, is joining. It's the same, but الحقني الحق يلحق is to join someone else. Like I can الحقني بالصالحين. Oh Allah, join me with the righteous people. الحق يلحق. And then what else? Lam qaf ya. لقيا يلقى. Lam qaf lam qaf mim. Lam qaf ya. Oh, this is very common, yes, as I said. وَإِذَا لَقُوا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا قَالُوا آمَنَّا. So لقوا, nasiya, nasu. Conjugation is a little difficult. Nasiya is the hardest we learned, because laqiya, and then we say laqiyu, but the ya drops. Laqu, laqiyat. Again, ya come back. And laqina, laqita, laqituma, laqitum, laqiti, laqituma. So وَإِذَا لَقُوا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا قَالُوا آمَنَّا. So the Baqarah, this is what the Quran, right, starts in the starting 14 verses. So when they meet the ones who believe, they say, we believe. These are the hypocrites. تَلْقَوْهُ, you met it. So laqiya yalqa, yalqa yalqayani yalqawna, talqa talqayani yalqayna, talqa talqayani talqawna. So talqawhu, and because of an, the noon is dropped, and you will meet, who is the object. And then form two is also used. Laqqa, you laqi. is to receive, or yeah, to grant. Wala yulaqqaha illa sabidun. It is not granted to receive or to give or grant. So laqiya is to meet, and laqqa yulaqi is to talaqqi, is to receive, or to cause them to meet also. So laqiya is to meet on your own self. Laqqa yulaqi is to make someone meet. Laqaituka bil muhandis. I made you to meet with the engineer, something like that. This form three is this laqa yulaqi. Laqa yulaqi, again, very common. To meet, three times it has been used. They meet. Hatta yulaqu, until laqa yulaqi. Again, meet. So laqiya is also meet, laqa is also yulaqi. Alqa is most common. So many verbs. Alqa, to throw. Alqa yulqi, to throw or cast. إذ يلقون أقلامهم إذ يلقون أقلامهم ألقى يلقي يلقون. This is what is confusing. Yulqawna or yulquna, because yulqi yulqiyani, then what? Yulqi, it's a kasra. So you have to change into what? To a dhamma, not a fatha. So yulquna. Because we get confused. Yulqawna or yulquna, it becomes yulquna. Sanulqi fi qulubi alladhi, we will throw, we will cast. Musa alayhi salam, falqa asa, he threw his staff. Yeah. And he, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, threw mountains on the earth, rawasiya, and they'll be fixed on the earth. Is to put also, not literally throwing, and they will thrown into Jahannam also, and so on. Form five is talaqqa, is again to receive. So see, laqqa yulaqi, to receive, to grant, and talaqqa yatalaqi, again form five, to receive. So same verb, they keep using it for similar meanings. Talaqqa yatalaqi, to receive. And then form eight, iltaqata, iltaqa, iltaqa yaltaqi, is which we learnt. We will meet inshallah, sanaltaqi inshallah, to meet again. So which verb to use and so on, we can use any one of them, but this is how. The tilqa is also used, meeting, the masdar, and so tilqa is a masdar. Liqa'un is a masdar, which is very common. Laqi is the ismul fa'il, active participle. See, active participle. And form three, laqi. Mulaqin is also active participle, the ismul fa'il, form three. And mulaqu is used, active participle. Right? This is all lampa. So this is how you can check, right? If you know the root, you can easily, three-letter verb. If you know, you can easily search here. You can go anywhere and you can see the whole Quran, which has been used. Like laban has been used. Huh? Just one, two times milk has come. I was like, which verb is with lam, bal, noun? There's no verb. There's just the noun. So he says it's noun, and so you can search labisa. So many verbs will be there. Labisa is to occurs 20 times. To wear, labisa yalbasu. As a noun, it has been used libas, and labs is also a noun, and labsin also. Labs is a doubt. Labs is a doubt. So I don't know why it is used, but it's the same. And labsun is a coats of armor. Labus is armor. Okay, this story is for that. Some people try to say that, see, clothes are doubt or something, whatever, but we don't know why it has become doubt. Labs or loops. Loops is also doubt. So we can search like that, ma'am. Which any letter, if you know the three-letter root word, you can easily search, inshallah. I'm just giving an idea because it'll help us to, search after we learn and so on. You can go to the website and then just three-letter verbs and easily find out the meanings if you know the three-letter verbs. That's why the forms are important, because it helps you know the structure of the word. Once you know the structure, you can understand how it was made, however difficult it is, inshallah. Barakallahu fikum, inshallah. Jazakallahu khairan. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta. Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Astaudikum Allah alladhi la tudi'u wada'ihu. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.